Hello, welcome to the AC Silver channel. We're filming once again in our physical store. So we may hear distractions or noises from either our neighbours or the road outside, or even somebody knocking on the door, which has happened in the past. But anyway, today I'm here just to speak to you about a few really special items of jewellery that are in our inventory. And we have a beautiful Art Deco Aquamarine and diamond ring. Iconic in design, set with this stunning aquamarine at 34.22 carats, a really large example to locate these original rings set with this very high grade and quality of stone is becoming increasingly difficult. Displays a lovely blue or greenish blue colour, lovely clarity, and obviously its size gives it lots of presence. Embellished with these lovely Art Deco shoulders, set with 8-cut diamonds. They're high-grade diamonds, so they display lovely white colour and brilliance. The ring itself is in 15-carat white gold. It's a lovely balanced ring, feels very warm to the touch, not too heavy, and I think it sits really well to the finger. Really pleased to have this original example in stock. As I say, they're becoming increasingly difficult to locate in this large style. We have this beautiful emerald and diamond ring. It's French. It's got the French eagle hallmark struck to the outer surface of the shank, which is clear. The emerald itself is 15.59 carats. Lovely colour, beautifully cut, so it displays lovely brilliance. I think it's a really lovely classic design. Now it's embellished with lovely 8-cut diamonds around the rim of the setting. The gallery itself has further embellishments with this lovely pierced decoration with further 8-cut diamonds. Again, it's a lovely balanced ring. It's a lovely size. Although it's got a lot of size and presence, it sits really nicely and I think quite low to the finger, so a lovely and very wearable ring. To locate these sort of classic 1930s original rings in this very high quality, I find it really is becoming increasingly difficult. So again, really delighted to have this very special ring within the inventory. One of my favourite pieces we currently have in our inventory, certainly in the jewellery category. Stunning Edwardian brooch, made in the form of a galleon, definitely a special commission piece. Set with these beautifully cut old European and Dutch cut diamonds, really high grade, H colour, Si2 clarity across the board. So they display fine brilliance and white colour. Made in platinum, always a sign of quality. It's lovely to the touch. You know, just a work of art in its own right. A truly special piece of Edwardian jewellery. I can imagine the person wearing this next will also feel very special. And certainly if they were out wearing such a piece, I'm sure they would get a lot of interesting and positive comments. Yeah, truly special piece of antique jewellery. So we have this spectacular Art Deco watch, Swiss made by Boucherin, in 18-carat gold. Has this beautiful satin and polished finish, great combination. Just gives a lovely, lovely look. Feels lovely to the touch. And I'm going to put it on my wrist, but you know, anybody who's put this on and has worn it, certainly the girls in store when they've been processing such an item, commented on how tactile it feels, lovely and warm to the skin. So very striking and imposing watch. To locate these examples that have got broad links, almost, I mean, a bracelet in its own right, an imposing bracelet of a classic Art Deco design. So yeah, an important piece of Art Deco jewellery. The watch itself is embellished with 8-cut diamonds, high grade, display a lovely white colour and brilliance. Hallmarked to the reverse, and everything you would expect of an original watch. Again, often people will ask me about the workings of such an example. The movements are mechanical, so once you get a watch of 80 years old with these mechanical movements, they can be sometimes temperamental. However, the majority of people that will buy such a watch will do so because they're buying a piece of statement jewellery, whether it's a diamond cocktail watch or a gold one. In this instance, you know, they've got a beautiful design, they're lovely to wear, and I feel they do represent exceptional value. So yeah, just a stunning example of very high quality and gauge of gold. And again, one that's sold with my highest recommendations. We have this beautiful Victorian Riviere necklace set with stunning amethysts. They're beautifully cut, display lovely colour and brilliance, lovely graduated stones. They taper around very nicely. Set in 18-carat yellow gold. The members of staff that have been lucky enough to wear this, I said it's a lovely tactile piece of jewellery, feels very comfortable and sits very well to the neck. To locate this type of article in its very high quality, again, is becoming increasingly difficult. And just a superb example. It's unmarked, but as with the majority of a lot of Victorian jewellery, it was never hallmarked. But it has been tested by our Niton analyzer, which details a carat of gold very precisely. As I say, this example is in high carat, 18-carat yellow gold. So yeah, beautiful example of an imposing piece of Victorian jewellery. A lovely colourful piece of jewellery to wear, and a special example. So details of all these pieces of jewellery and direct links to our web page with all these items located, where you can see all details and gain all information and videos and plenty of images. But if anybody required any further information, I'm certainly here to personally answer any inquiry. So drop me an email and I'll be happy to communicate, or call us here directly in store. But in the meantime, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video.